Brass Monkey was a drink consisting of a 40-ounce bottle of Old English malt liquor consumed to the top of the label, leaving room for orange juice to be filled in on top of it.
Just said Brass Monkey, and it was like in a bottle.
This was a bottle pre-bought at a store that said Brass Monkey. So maybe it was a mixed vodka drink that we were buying from a store.
In the 80s and the 90s, the Hubling company came out with a premixed cocktail called Brass Monkey.
Hubling is definitely what it was. Yeah. Wow, so it wasn't even a cordial. You were drinking a mixed drink. We were drinking mixed drinks
I always
by
thought
the boatload.
That Beastie Boys song, they were referring to what he said, the pouring out part of the Old English and doing something to it. I wasn't sure what.
Horrifyingly bad, by the way.
No.
Old malt liquor and orange juice is awful.
No, I always thought that the Beastie Boys song was referring to the Hubling liquor that existed.
I assumed it was the beer orange juice combination.
I would always go to the liquor store to buy Brass Monkey,
thinking
about the Beastie Boys as I did it, saying, yeah.
And the guy say, so what you want?
Yeah, exactly. He'd say, so what you want? They're going to release that record like 6 years from now. But, yeah. Wow, I would love, and I got to be honest with you, every once in a while, I'll look at the liquor store and say, look and hope that they have Brass Monkey there. They don't.
You would drink it after what happened to me?
Yeah, I'll do anything after what happened to you. It doesn't make a difference to me. Didn't happen to me. I got news for you. The only thing that, there's not even a thing. There's nothing that I won't do again for the most part when it comes to drinking.
See, I can't drink, what's that, Southern Comfort? I can't drink Southern Comfort anymore because I got so, sick after it, and I can't drink it anymore. Even the smell.
What's the stuff with the 7 on it? What is that?
Seagram 7. That's I drink 7
that's
and
yours,
7
right?
all the time.
I didn't drink that for about 10 years until Brian gave me some mixed with water one day when we were watching Twin Peaks. and I didn't drink that because
with water.
Yeah. And we, I guess you'd had a lot already that day, or have had a lot since then.
Or the 7-Up was mine. You're not having any.
No, he took the water and rinsed out a 2-liter 7-Up bottle just to give it a little flavor.
But I once got so sick from drinking that stuff alone in my house, and then for a long time after that, I couldn't drink it. It made me nauseous. It still does. It's horrible.
Everyone has a bad experience with one particular alcohol, and it kills you afterwards. Mine was tequila.
I've got one of those. I've definitely got one of those. I swore for years that I wouldn't drink tequila. I drink tequila again now. It's fine. I don't drink it regularly. I mean, I don't do shots anymore.
No, when I lived in Southern California, everyone had the fancy tequilas that you would go down to Mexico and they'd sip it. They didn't drink it out of shots or anything. They just got some people would have it on the rocks, or it was like a whiskey and they'd drink it and
Let me get a Cabo Wabo, man.
I once had a glass of tequila at a Morrissey concert. At the Paramount. That was the only time I ever drank. Yeah.
Like a glass of it?
No, it was like it was a plastic cup. It was like a Paramount, that thing at Madison Square Garden.
A frosty mug of tequila, please.
It wasn't a body shot off another dude?
Not yet.
Bumps. I'm doing bumps of tequila off a dude's
I didn't
ass.
say at the Erasure concert. I said at the Morrissey concert. That was 2 different times.
Yeah, I know, because that one's so much more macho.
They shotgun into each other's mouths.
I gotta tell you, honestly, it really, really is. There's nothing like the crowd, like the gayness of a crowd gathering at an Erasure show. And my big story about that one is I had front row seats with my girlfriend at the time, and Andy Bell, the singer, came over and thought that all the gay men, I guess us included, in the front 5 rows that was screaming and going crazy, wanted him to continuously wipe the sweat off and throw it on us. Oh. I've been tested, don't worry.
Do you want to get wet?
Man, I can't think of anything
Best
filthier.
in Show, taking AIDS for you back 25 years.
That's just one of the. But it's not even AIDS fear, man. It's just like
dudes were opening their mouths.
Sweat is like pee. Sweat is pee, basically.
See, I would have been excited if I'd have known that. Where were you?
When I was like 16 years old, me and my friend Sean were playing basketball, and Sean went up for a rebound and came down with his naked chest against my lip, and I tasted another man's sweat.
You mean a la...
And it may have been the worst moment of my life. To this day, I remember that salty sweat of another man in my mouth, and it's nauseating.
I didn't know you were gay.
There's a movie where it's either Ben Stiller or someone is playing basketball, and the big fat hairy dude smashes his face against his stomach.
Isn't the big fat hairy dude Jack Black?
Is it the cable guy? Is that what I'm thinking of?
I think it might
be. I was thinking it was Along Came Polly.
I think it is Along Came Polly.
It's Along Came Polly because him
Ben Stiller,
which I watched begrudgingly. I didn't want to watch it, but if any of you guys have seen that, the Philip Seymour Hoffman playing basketball scenes are purely
Let it rain.
It's not even worth describing, but it's just something that you have to watch. If I describe it, it won't be that funny.
Rain Man.
Yeah, I somehow doubt I'll ever, under any circumstances.
Basically, the gist of it is he's calling out names for him. So he's just calling out all this trash talk while he's shooting, except all he's doing is smashing the ball against the rim, and it's going nowhere near the net.
Jumping about 6 inches off the ground.
Again, doesn't work well in translation.
So
it's better than I would have seen, because I will, if I was tied down to a bed with my eyes propped open, a la Clockwork Orange, and that was on, I would try and go to sleep. There's nothing in the world that would make me
try to induce blindness.
I would try and wish my eyes off.
It's not a bad movie.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's not a bad
I've
movie.
watched it 3 times, actually. And it looks like one of those horrifyingly bad movies. I think it's because Philip Seymour Hoffman's in it. I'm just a sucker for whatever that guy's in.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. No? Okay.
What are we trying?
Satellite uplink.
We're trying to discreetly say off air that we don't know whether Vanessa's around or not.
I didn't know that it wasn't going to be.
I gotta be honest, none of us spoke to her, and I don't see her, and she's not in the chat room. We're not seeing her. I don't know if you could try calling her. I mean, satellite uplinking her and see if she answers.
Let's just wish her a happy Christmas.
I called her and left a message at a different number, which she would be more readily available at. I don't think she's.
Oh, that's what you were out of the room at the beginning of the show for. All right, so be it. Yeah, so no Vanessa this week. I didn't address it earlier because I didn't know what the case
Should
was.
I even bother or?
No, he did already. He already called her.
Okay.
He already called her. So Vanessa, great report. Well, we should record that. We actually should do a cappella versions of it without letting her know if she doesn't listen to this week's show. Like, hey, Vanessa. Maybe later on when we get the guys from the Church of Man Love to come in, maybe we'll actually get them to record a version.
What are their names? The guys.
Nah, they're just the guys from the band.
Are they just dudes?
Yeah, they don't go so far as any of the other fake bands that have existed. I mean, they don't go so far as anyone else. They don't actually have.
I think they went farther than any of the other fake bands that have existed.
In a different way, though. In a different way. Yeah, I mean,
deeper.
Oh, God. Much deeper. They probe way deep.
I'm excited about adding a couple new names to the list. They asked me to do their website, so
Mm-hmm. I thought it was more of a web blog that you do for them.
It's a web/log. No.
It's my web log.
Like a log cabin Republican.
By the way, you're listening to Best in Show, bestinshowradio.com, exclusively on TPX Radio. If you want to join us, please do so by calling us up on the hottest of all lines, 877-744-6405, or you can get us on the instant messenger at Best in Show Keith, Best in Show Brian, or Best in Show Chris, respectively.
I got a couple top 5 lists I made up for the end of the year, the big year-end celebration.
What do you mean? Oh, wait, I forgot. It's the end of the year. Hold on, let me see if I can get some sort of music for that. Yeah, I have it right here. Here's the end of the year music. And my Zune is frozen. There we go.
I can't eat ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard, meatloaf, ham, beans, vinegar, bologna, mushrooms, broccoli, food. I can't eat food. I can't eat food. I can't eat. If not for pizza and plain cheeseburgers, I'd starve to death. I am a monster.
Ironically, that song that I recorded off the radio that day sounds remarkably like the first song electronically that I ever did when Brian first taught me how to really use Acid for the computer, and then I put the vocals on, I don't know, 7-8 years later. That's what it reminds me of. I mean, I recorded off a radio that day, which I thought was weird.
Well, I guess a lot of bands may have used that.
I thought it was that David Bowie American song when it first came on.
I'm afraid of Americans.
Sounds just like it.
I'm afraid of the world.
You know what I hate? I hate that I love David Bowie more than any artist or anything in the world.
Wait, you hate that you love David Bowie?
Yes, it hurts. I hate that.
Where?
That song is not very good.
I like it.
It's okay. It's just not very good, though, I don't think,
Trent
personally.
Reznor.
And
I
it's
like
the
that.
only song that he will do at every concert, every television appearance, every...
It's true. Well, every American concert and television appearance. That's what it is.
I saw him do it at one of his concerts with Sonic Youth, and it was like a big, heavy thing.